Today, yeah, we're going to talk about penalty shots. Knuckles had one in the NHL back in the day against Winnipeg. Brian Hayward went in, deked him, threw it upstairs on the backhand. Yahoo! Knuckles scored on a penalty shot. I shocked everybody. The stadium was shocked, the Montreal Forum, and my bench was shocked. Tim, apparently you have one over in Russia where penalty shot where I don't know, something crazy happened. No,
well, yeah,
I don't think people would be shocked if you scored, but yeah, let's hear it.
I was actually pretty decent at penalty shot. Well, shootouts. I only had one penalty shot, and yeah, it was over in the KHL. And I don't know. You'd have to see the video. There is video of it, but first off, is it a rule, like at least in North America, if like the net gets knocked off, it's just an automatic penalty shot, or does that make sense?
I don't know.
I'm serious.
The wrong guy, but you're asking the wrong guy about fucking rules. Okay.
Well, anyways, I got it. There was a penalty shot late in the game against. I was in Minsk at the time. In Belarus, and we were playing Moscow, one of the Moscow teams. It was during the lockout. They had like Ovechkin, Backstrom. They had a couple guys. We had Pekarini was our goalie. Anyway,
so you played against some great players. Okay, I got it.
Yeah. I can't, I got to throw. I got to name drop. People still don't believe I played. Right? They just think I'm like the Russian gas man or something. Anyways, I actually played in the games. But it was like late in the game. We're down 2-1. And I get we pull the goalie and I get a pass in the slot. I'm like coming down the slot and I just, I shoot a one-timer, offside one-timer, and it gets blocked by Backstrom. And then Nicholas Backstrom from the Capitals. You know who I'm talking about, right?
Oh, yeah. I know him. Yeah, you played against him too. Yep.
And then, but the net got knocked off and the ref just, the Russian ref just puts up the sign like, penalty shot. And no one really knew what was going on. And, we got a penalty shot. And then over there, they tried to put a guy – they tried to have a guy take the penalty shot who wasn't even out there. Like,
okay, so they wanted someone else to take it.
Besides
but
me.
The ref said no.
Even though I was leading the team in goals, just saying. And so they tried to put this other kid out there. And the refs were just like, clearly, like, this guy wasn't even in the play. Like, he wasn't even on the ice. And so then they just told me to go, and then I went and I just did my patent, just low glove, kind of boring shot, and I tied the game. And when I kind of curled around to kind of go back to the bench, I was celebrating, which I'm not like what's his name, Pizzetta. Yeah, I wasn't riding the stick.
Pizzetta.
But when I went by their bench, their like skate sharpener guy, the equipment manager, was like, there's a picture. I don't know if you've ever seen it. You probably haven't. I don't think you ever even Googled me, but there's a picture of me going by the bench of the opposing team, and this guy's hanging over the boards like waist high, and he's just fucking flicking me off. And
now, is this in your home building or their building?
This is in our home building, right? So I don't know if you knew this, but like we get over there, they have all these bonuses, right? And they have individual bonuses, like, guys might have like a 5-goal bonus for like $1 million or something. So like late in the game, when the goalie's pulled, like guys are just like Mark Messier in game 6, like every time they get the puck, where there's like 80 icings at the end of the game because everyone's just trying to get their bonus, But anyways, we get these team bonuses too, where you get 3 points a win as a team in regulation, 2 in overtime, whatever, and it's like $1,000 a point. But so does.
So why is the guy flipping you off?
Because
why
all
is
the trainers
flipping you off?
Because all the equipment guys get that bonus too, right? So that team
was he a fan or a trainer? What was he?
He was a trainer. He was a trainer. So when I skated by their bench, this guy clearly was like, "You fucked me," because we're gonna go to overtime. They're gonna lose a point. He's like, "You fucked me out of $1,000." And it's an amazing picture. But he ended up getting suspended for 2 games. And then I ran into him, like, fast forward, and I was in World Championships, and I was in the lobby, and Team Russia was staying at our hotel, and I was going to pregame meal, and, like, as I'm, like, trying to get into this little, like, ballroom hall where our meal was, this Russian guy, like, was, like, fucking blocking me, And I was, like, trying to get by him, and then he, like, got, he kind of squared right face to face. He's like, "Team, fuck you," and I was just like, this is he's just like, "Tim, fuck you," and I'm just like, I kind of giggled, but I was just like, oh yeah, fuck me, whatever, I didn't care. And I tried to get by him, and he's like D'ing me up, and then I he stopped me. He's like, "Tim, fuck you," And I was
That's when you need Knuckles with you.
I know.
We
didn't have any backup, you know. So
would have fucking snapped his finger off.
So I was like, "Fuck you," you know, and we're like just basically like flipping each other off in the lobby. But it ended up being the guy. I don't know his name. It's probably Igor or Vladimir or something. But he was the guy, and basically he was trying to tell me like, "Hey, I'm the guy. I'm the fuck you guy." He didn't know any English. And then he
screwed me out of my bonus.
Yeah, but he was trying to say sorry, so it all ended in good fun. But when you see this video, it's pretty crazy. Like the fans, the fans are going nuts. And what, you know, another thing about the KHL is like we were a middle pack team in Belarus, but like there's some shitty teams, and I don't know if there's like a salary cap. I don't think there is, but the high paid teams like this team Moscow or where Datsuk played in St. Petersburg, like those teams 100% will beat the bottom team every time, right? Like it's not like the NHL where anyone can beat anyone. Now, don't get me wrong, like the bottom teams, like the worst teams will beat the top team, but that's like because it's game, 30 and it's like, their Stanley Cup to beat this team they can go 1-50, but they beat St. Petersburg and they're like having a parade. It's like fucked up, you know? Yeah. So when I scored I mean, you'll see the fans. There's, shirts off. It's crazy. And that was my only penalty shot, but it was kind of.
Well, you scored on it. I had one. On it? I scored on it.
I also scored.
You
that
had one. You scored on it.
But
I also scored in that game too. I got another goal in that game. Anyway, the two of us, a couple of goal scorers.
Yeah, but
we should rename the podcast.
Your goal was like Hall of Fame, like Brad May, Game 7, Mayday, Mayday.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Mine was like, wait till you see my goal. It was like a broken stick where the puck just came to a guy I was backdoor. But yeah, no, it was same result. Same result.
Just so you know, I have Googled you before, Gabriel. Okay? So there you go.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's
okay, Gabriel. I've Googled you.
Did like sometimes you Google me and like Jackie Chan shows up? Did that happen? No, right. Or did someone make that up? Someone told me that. Hey everyone, thanks for listening to the Raw Knuckles podcast. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe.